you thought they couldn't come up with some brand new Devil Fruit abilities, we get this week's chapter of One Piece, which basically takes the weird shit-o-meter and kicks it all the way up to 15. I mean, we have a guy this week who can actually summon a genie from his belly button. And this isn't like some sort of weird, super comical Robin Williams-esque genie. No, this is the kind that really likes to fuck your shit up. Not only that, but we also get to see another member of the Charlotte family who goes by the name of Oven, who totally lives up to his name. He has the Devil Fruit ability to create tremendous heat in his body and transfer it to other objects. And then, of course, there's Big Mom herself, who is stuck in a complete state of pure rage. So angry, so sad, so mad that she can't even collect her thoughts, and she's just standing around, fuming, and you're just waiting for this big-ass bomb to go off the entire time. This week's chapter of One Piece was pretty damn awesome, and there's a number of reasons why. First off, I think the Kick-Ass Award has to go to Capone Beiji. At the very end of this week's chapter, seeing how everything seems to be going in their favor, he mentions that Katakuri, otherwise known as Dogtooth Charlotte, is not going to be able to win with his incredible abilities to look into the future, because as Capone says, everyone has the power to create their very own future. That was pretty manly. That was like the equivalent of walking away from an explosion and not even looking at it. It was a really great moment from his character. I also really loved Big Mom's reaction to seeing that it was Brook who actually destroyed the photo of Mother Caramel, and I especially loved everyone else's reaction when he decided to rip off his fake Luffy mask, and everyone thought that he was ripping the skin off of his body. And if it's not morbid enough for you, Brook actually gets straight up decapitated in this episode, and thanks to the fact that he's a living skeleton, all they gotta do is just super glue that bitch right back on. We also have the Vinsmoke family, which are all at gunpoint thanks to the various goons who work for Big Mom, and all of the sons seem to be taking this in extreme stride. A lot of this has to do with the fact that they've been bred to be extreme warriors and not really fret over the small stuff. And then you got the father, Judge Vinsmoke, Jaji, whatever you want to call him. He just starts to immediately break down right there, basically telling Big Mom, "Is there no honor among thieves?" It's not the reaction that I expected from the character, and I actually thought that all of the members of the Vinsmoke family were going to fight back, although they have been severely weakened by Big Mom and their crew. Even got Pudding and Sanji her having a confrontation, with Pudding trying to shoot him at point-blank range, but he's so damn fast that he's able to dodge all of her bullet blasts, and that's when Daifuku comes in and uses his Devil Fruit ability to summon a giant, super powerful genie from his belly button, which is super muscular, has a massive spear, and is so powerful that it knocks the shit out of Sanji, sending him flying. And I have to say, it's a pretty damn cool looking ability. His actual name, Daifuku, apparently is a pun on the fact of some sort of dish in Japan known as a Daifuku, which is, of course, another sweet confection. This is apparently a genie made out of candy. The fact that it comes out of his belly button is a little strange, but honestly saying something strange is in the world of One Piece just seems kind of redundant at this point. But I do love the visual style of this thing. It looks really cool. There's just so much damn chaos going on in this big scene right here, and I can't wait to see how it's going to play out in the anime version. Speaking of which, the most recent episode of One Piece, episode 786, was the formal introduction of Big Mom, and for those who have not checked it out yet, I highly recommend checking out that episode. It was a visual feast for the eyes. The introduction of Big Mom and actually getting to look at her kingdom in Tatoland for the very first time was frankly just amazing, and I can't wait to see how they're going to translate all the crazy things that are going on here, especially because it's all going on at such a breakneck pace. It's hard to say if this is all going over in the span of just like a couple of seconds, like if we're just on Dragon Ball Z time, if you know what I mean, or if this is really all sort of playing out in real time, but it still manages to be a lot of fun. You have scenes with Caesar Clown, Carrot, and Chopper still making their rounds around the battlefield, Capone and Luffy butting heads throughout most of the chapter, but really this one for me, I think the coolest thing was definitely getting to see Daifuku in action and his brand new Devil Fruit ability abilities, it still amazes me that they managed to keep introducing all of these brand new characters. And some of them we have seen before, but we're finally starting to get to see them in action just a little bit. And we're also waiting for that moment where eventually Big Mom is just going to completely snap and they're going to wait for their perfect moment to take control of this battle. It's probably going to happen in the next chapter, but then again, I have a feeling that Big Mom is going to have a few big surprises up her very large sleeves. So, what more can I say? What's the rundown on this week's chapter of One Piece? I don't even really know what else I can say about this chapter. It's just chaotic. That's the only way to really describe what's going on right now. Just pure, unmitigated chaos with all of this crazy stuff just going on. And it's impossible to describe. I mean, just the shot of the Vinsmoke family surrounded by all of the assassins that work for Big Mom, whether they be the sons or daughters, is still kind of unknown. They all have some of the most unique character designs that I've seen from the series. They managed to walk the line between being both incredibly funny and scary all at the same time. And it's really hard to top a guy who can shoot a freaking genie from his belly button. That's just awesome. I can't get over how freaking crazy that is right there. I also did like the small moment between both Sanji and Pudding, where Sanji basically calls her out, saying that she's sort of been tricking herself this entire time and sort of, you know, basically playing her just like she's been playing everyone this entire time. It's basically trying to get to the core of her actual character and see if there's actually some good in Pudding, which I have a feeling she probably will reveal that eventually. I have a feeling Sanji is going to be able to get through. As for what his family's actually going to do, that's another mystery altogether. I had a feeling that Big Mom would have some sort of plan to keep them from actually attacking if anything was going to go wrong, and we did get to see that come to fruition in this chapter, but I'm ready for them to just, like, go crazy, go into some awesome Power Ranger poses and start kicking ass. Especially the father himself, who proved that he's one hell of a competent fighter, and the fact that Big Mom is there just to sort of kill him and to take all of his technology, you'd think that'd really be pissing him off, but unlike his sons and daughter, he's actually a little more emotional, a little more human. He hasn't been completely brainwashed, and according to him, he's doing it all for the sake of the Vinsmoke family, to bring them to some sort of greater heights, and man, this is the time to do it. This is the time to stand up to Big Mom. So, what more can I say? This was a great, super visual chapter of One Piece with a lot of crazy, ridiculous, candy-themed abilities, which just border on the fantastic. This one right here, in my humble opinion, from a visual standpoint, definitely gives it a 5 out of 5. I had to read the chapter a couple of times to sort of appreciate what was really going on, but I'm glad that I went back and read it a couple times because I noticed a lot of things I never saw before, just the reactions of certain characters, and just all of the stuff going on the pages. I can't wait to see it come to life in the anime version, and that's a reason to check out this week's chapter of One Piece. There it is. That's my thoughts. 5 out of 5 from me. But if any of you did read this week's chapter of One Piece, make sure to tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. What did you think of some of the new warriors like Daifuku the Genie user, and of course Oven, the Oven Man? And what do you hope to see from the next big action-packed chapter of One Piece? Please tell me in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching this review. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for all things One Piece related, whether it be the anime or manga version. Make sure to tell me what you thought about this week's chapter in the comment section. I'd love to talk with you guys about it. And of course, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay damn, baby.